going on, ladies and gents? Robert Sykes, KetoSavage.com, and today I figured I'd do a little product review because I've got a ton of products that I have not yet reviewed, and my last several videos have been pretty deeply involved contest prep and reverse diet stuff, so time for something a little bit lighter. So let's start out with the Carnivore Bar. I had the owner of the Carnivore Bar on the podcast. He was kind enough to send me some of these. And we have a grain-fed and a grass-fed version. This is what it looks like. If that focuses, there we go. Huge shout out on the packaging, by the way. I like how sleek this looks. So, ingredients: beef, tallow, salt. Boom, that is it. CarnivoreBar.com. In case you have not yet seen these, I'm going to open this up and give you a visual as to what this looks like. So, that is what the texture looks like, if that focuses. Not sure. But it's pretty good. I mean, it's got like a crunch to it, like the meat. I talked to him about this on the podcast, but the meat, he like dehydrates it or something like that, and there's like a crunch to it. So think like Snap, Crackle, Pop in Carnivore Bar form. This is what you get. Now the only drawback to this is that it's kind of a pro and a con. I mean, I like the fact that it's only beef, tallow, and salt. But because it's only beef, tallow, and salt, if it's a hot day, this bad boy is going to melt on you, and you are going to have a melted, liquidy beef, tallow, salt bar. So keep that in mind. If you're going to have this, which I think is super clean, and it's not really like a made for flavor per se, so much as it is performance. So keep that in mind. Like if you are craving something sweet, you're probably not going to like this, but if you want like a good source of carnivore friendly on the go nutrition, that's hard to beat. Beef, tallow, and salt, can't beat it. You might want to increase the salt a little bit. I personally think that it could use a little bit more salt, but I'm also a huge fan of salt. So if you don't like that much salt, then go for that. If you do, just add a little salt to it. But I am a fan of the Carnivore Bar. Another food product, we've got Keto Farms, and I talked about the owner on my 7 Set Sunday newsletter because they're awesome people. Ben and Brandon, they've got several different flavors: nacho cheddar, sweet strawberry, and cheesy jalapeno. And this one, the sweet strawberry, actually has the simplest ingredient list. The other ones have a pretty lengthy ingredient list, but if you actually look at the ingredients, it's all coming from good, clean sources. But there's cheese in here, so like the stability factor when it comes to cheese requires stuff like pasteurized milk, salt, cheese, cultures, enzymes, stuff like that. So it's a long ingredient list, but it's all clean ingredients. So don't let the length of the ingredients scare you. But this one, for instance, the cheesy jalapeno, for one of these serving containers, 160 calories, 13 grams of fat, 4 grams total carbs, 2 of which are fiber, and 8 grams of protein. And it's just clean. It's good stuff. It's like a trail mix that's healthy. So I am a fan of this. Let's talk about Doc Parsley's sleep remedy here. That focuses. Having some focusing issues here. Boom. But this stuff is 5 calories, 1 gram of carbohydrates. Ingredients are citric acid, stevia leaf extract, natural flavors, and natural colors added. I've been a huge fan of this stuff as I've been trying to improve my sleep quality. They come in these little packets. I just add some to some hot water, and I drink this like as I'm laying in bed trying to fall asleep. But it really like just knocks you out. We have vitamin D in here. We got some niacin as vitamin B3, and we have some magnesium, 200 milligrams of magnesium. The proprietary sleep blend, L-tryptophan, phosphodiesterase, gamma and aminobutyric acid, so GABA, 5-HTP and L-theanine, and a little bit of melatonin. There's 1.6 grams total of that. I believe there's only 3 grams. No. there's very little melatonin in here, which is why I like this. I'm not normally a fan of using melatonin because it kind of disrupts your body's own natural production of it. However, there's so little melatonin in here that it doesn't really do that. The GABA, the L-theanine, all that stuff just kind of gives you a nice little ease me to sleep kind of phenomenon. And the apple cinnamon flavor is amazing because it tastes just like apple cider. On the subject of sleep, let's talk about BluBlox. So, they reached out to me, asked if I wanted to try some of their glasses, and I said, well, sure, I like the idea of sleeping better. I'm a huge fan of blue light blocking glasses, and these are some serious blue light blocking glasses. Like, a lot of them, you put them on, it's like you can still kind of see what you're doing without too much issue. With this one, you can't really see what you're doing. Like, I mean, you can, but you can't, like, you got to be ready to go to sleep when you put these on. But that's good because there's like literally no blue light that's passing through these. These are some serious blue light blocking glasses. It has a definite shade of red on everything, which I kind of like. Now, let's talk about RARI Nutrition, if that focuses. So, my client, I just got a new client, and he is the owner of RARI Nutrition. He sent me 3 different pre-workout flavors: blue raspberry, sour gummy worm, and strawberry lemonade, I believe. 100% natural ingredients. I like this stuff because it's, for one, it's not very expensive. I think it's like $20-25 on Amazon or on his website, which is pretty cost effective considering most pre-workouts and stuff is just more expensive. But a lot of the cheaper pre-workouts have crap ingredients. This is a cost-effective option with clean ingredients. So it's got, in the other ingredients section, it's got natural flavor, citric acid, malic acid, stevia extract, silicon dioxide, calcium silicate, and spirulina extract. Stevia is what it's sweetened with, not Ace K, not sucralose, not most of the crap that other pre-workouts are sweetened with. It contains all your vitamin B's, you know, B5, B6, B12. The energy blend is caffeine. So if you were to do 1 scoop, it's 175 milligrams of caffeine. It's got N-acetyl L-tyrosine, 220 milligrams of that. Agmatine sulfate, 750 milligrams of that. L-citrulline malate, 3 grams of that. So if you do 2 scoops, which is another option here, that'd be 6 grams of L-citrulline. 1.6 grams beta-alanine and 2.5 milligrams black pepper extract. So super clean ingredients, super clean sweetener, and the right dosage amounts for everything I'm looking for. It doesn't give me the crazy jitters. It does have niacin in it, so it gives me a little bit of an itch I'm not a huge fan of, but it's not like this overpowering itch that just drives me crazy. And most pre-workouts do not sit well with Crystal. Like, it messes up her stomach. This one does not, so that's a plus too. Now, I want to talk about, this is not a product, but it's super freaking cool. So Chris, he wrote this letter, very thoughtful words here. Thank you, Chris. But check out what he did here. He drew this. How cool is that? He drew this picture of me from one of my prior competition preps. This is an old picture for sure, but how freaking awesome is that? Like, I've never had anybody draw a picture of me before. So that's just amazing. I think he did a fantastic job. I'm going to find this super cool spot on the wall where I can maybe put it right there. That might be a good spot for it. But yeah, super impressed with this. Thank you very, very much, Chris. I'm just amazed that anybody would think highly enough of me to take the time to do this in the first place. But this means the world. I sincerely appreciate you, man. A little bit more. I got one more product for you. And actually, it's several products, but it's all from Primal Kitchen. So let's just dive into Primal Kitchen for a second here. So as many of you know, Primal Kitchen got bought out by Heinz, I want to say. Primal Kitchen is Mark Sisson's company, now a Heinz company. And they've always been super good to me. They've sent me all kinds of stuff over the years, and I've always been a fan of their stuff. Particularly their salad dressings and their sauces, because they use avocado oil instead of soybean oil or some nasty vegetable oil that's going to have a ton of polyunsaturated fats and cause inflammation. However, Since they've been bought out, I've noticed an increase in variety. I don't think anything's been, I don't think they've changed their formula for any of the stuff they've had originally, like their ketchups, their mayos, their salad dressings. All those have been good. However, they've recently increased their product line quite a bit, which is good. But a lot of the stuff that's coming in with the new product line is not so much keto. So if you've been a diehard Primal Kitchen fan over the years, and they've all been ketogenic friendly, you know, keep doing what you've been doing and consuming what you've been consuming. But I would definitely double check all their ingredients now that they have increased their product line, because some of their stuff is absolutely not what I would consider, to my standards, of being ketogenic anymore. For instance, Hawaiian barbecue sauce. They sent me this. It's got 7 grams of carbs per 2 tablespoon serving, which is a lot. I personally would not want to use up my carbs in only 2 tablespoons. It's got pineapple juice concentrate, date paste. So that's obviously where the carbs are coming from there. Island teriyaki, organic sauce and marinade, 4 grams of carbs. Mango jalapeno barbecue sauce, 6 grams of carbs. So those are things that I'm never going to eat. Those are better than a lot of the carbohydrate alternatives out there, but they're not what I would consider keto enough for my standards. But then they'll come out with something like this, tartar sauce, which, I mean, I freaking love tartar sauce. I love seafood. This is like less than 1 gram of carb, 15 grams of fat, avocado oil, water, pickled relish, distilled vinegar, egg yolks. So super clean ingredients and totally keto friendly. So like, this is a super redeeming factor. They've got a cocktail sauce. This one does have a little bit more carbs, 4 grams of carbs per quarter cup though. So, you know, tomato puree, horseradish, apple cider vinegar, anything you have with tomatoes, and it's gonna have a little bit more carbs, but I would totally eat this. Pesto mayo. So what we got here? We have 0 grams of carbs, avocado oil, organic eggs, organic egg yolks, vinegar, sea salt, pesto blend, organic rosemary extract. So again, totally keto friendly. The main thing I want to point out here is just check the labels and the ingredients on what all the Primal Kitchen stuff is. They also sent me a cooler. Apparently they're getting into frozen foods now, which is exciting, because hopefully a lot of people that are eating a bunch of carbs and frozen foods because they want to not have to cook and they just are convenience type people, they can have this as an option, which is going to be better than most of the stuff out there. But I would not eat this. Like, this is not keto by my standards. We got 10 grams of carbs in here, 18 grams of protein, 40 or 39 grams of fat. Let's see here. Rice, cauliflower, cooked dark meat, chicken, broccoli, yellow zucchini, basil, olive oil, almond butter, garlic puree. That one's actually not too bad. That's the chicken pesto, cage-free dark meat chicken and vegetables with pesto sauce. Beef mushroom bowl. This one's got 24 grams of carbs. So I would definitely not eat this one with 24 grams of total carbs. But like I said, they've got some of these, chicken fried rice, cauliflower. This one's got 22 grams of total carbs. So it's cool to see them getting into the frozen food market game and try to offer options that are healthier for the average consumer. But if you're keto, and if you stick to low total carbs, which you should be if you're keto, then be mindful of the fact that Primal Kitchen is expanding their product line quite a bit. And whereas before everything they made was keto, I think for the most part, now that's not so much the case. So just check the ingredients. And that's pretty much all I've got in this product review. Hope you like something that I showcased here. Definitely try your carnivore bar. Try your some Rory Nutrition. Get you some BluBlox. I appreciate the companies that have sent me this stuff. None of this is sponsored. None of this is any of that stuff. I like exposing what all's out there. The good, the bad, the ugly. If it's not keto, I'll tell you it's not keto. I am really excited to try this tartar sauce though. Crystal doesn't like seafood, but on the refeed this week, so on Saturday, I'm going to go out and I'm just going to eat a ton of seafood. I'm probably just going to bring this with me because I like the idea of having my own tartar sauce that is keto friendly. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. See you next time. Love you bunches.